On the immigration legal blog, we have some very, very interesting stories and also very, very interesting information. I try to update it as frequently as possible on a daily basis. So anytime you want to get news which is pertains to our community regarding immigration, check immigrationlegalblog.com, immigrationlegalblog.com. And today I'm going to start with few very, very interesting, and sometimes also some of them are not great news, but I have to tell people about them because they are very, very important to our community. As you know, since in the past 2-3 years now, immigration has gone very much into the enforcement part of immigration. That means they are really enforcing the laws very strictly, and to the point that there are crackdowns on specific visas, and more it's coming. And I wanted to tell people to be aware and to be prepared for those, and be ready. There are ways to be ready. There are things that can be done to avoid any kind of problems. So if you have any question on immigration or debt settlement, you can call us on 1-855-772-8278. This the first half an hour I'm going to talk completely about immigration, and the other half an hour I will be mixing it immigration and debt settlement. So first, let us talk a little bit about some of the interesting things that has been happening lately. The main thing I'm going to discuss today is employment-based immigration, H visas, L visas, O visas, and labor certification. As you know, most people who are in the Bay Area are engineers who came to the United States, especially from India and Philippines, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. Most of them came on what we call an H1B visa. The H1B visa is the most common visas, and most people know about it. I'm not going to talk really about it. However, the H1B has become more and more difficult to obtain. And what has happened is many people were coming to what we call an IT consulting firm or a consulting firm. The consulting firm will basically hire you in the H1B and then place you in other places, or basically have in-house projects for you to work on, and you can stay with them or you can work for one of their end clients. What happened in 2010, January 2010, immigration started taking really a tough approach on H1Bs companies. First, they started a crackdown on many of those IT consulting firms, stating that they were just bringing people not to give them jobs, but just to bring people to United States, which the truth is not. The majority of the cases we have are genuine, not majority, I'll say all of them, are genuine cases. They just want to come to United States because they need those people to work here. There is a shortage of labor in certain specific areas, especially in the IT areas. So what happened is that they issued in January 2010, they issued a memo. It's a famous January 2010 Newfield memo. That memo became really like a danger and a sharp hit in the heart, sharp blow in the heart of the IT consulting firms. And they pretty much had a chilling effect on IT consulting firms to hire people, and many got denial based on this memo, because one of the things that this memo says is called the right to control. Basically, they say if you're hiring those people, you need to control them, and most IT consulting firms or companies will say, well, I cannot control those guys. If I place them, for example, with some big companies, how am I going to control what they are doing there? But the truth is that this memo has a lot of flaws in it. For one, it's not really applying the law the way it's written under the CFR and under the codes. And I'm not going to go into that. But the problem with this memo, it has a lot of flaws. And luckily and fortunately, with our knowledge of immigration law so far, I am very, very happy to say that we have not have any case denied based on that memo. And oftentimes they will send us RFEs, which is request for evidence, and we just answer them that's not the law, and we analyze the law and show it to them, and they come back and they approve the case. That doesn't mean all the cases will be approved, but I'm just saying that we are very lucky, and we have the reason for that. It's not really luck, it's the knowledge of immigration law as we apply it. And this is where it's very, very important to have an attorney who's experienced, who understand the immigration law, have the knowledge of the law when they are preparing those packages. It's not about just having someone to fill the forms. Anybody can fill the forms. If you read it well, you can do it. But applying the law, being a lawyer when you are analyzing it, makes a big, big difference. That's why so far we have had one of the highest approval rates in here. So you need to look into that. Now, another thing that is attached to the H1B, many IT consulting firms finding themselves in trouble with the H1B, what they did, they went ahead and jumped on the B1 visa. This has become kind of a trend. The B1 visa is a business visa that allows you to come to the United States to look for business or to transact business. However, it doesn't allow you to work and get paid in the United States. So some companies have found that, it's very interesting, since most of the people coming on a B1 get 3 months to 6 months, they will bring that person on a project, make him work or her work, and then they will pay that person abroad, India, Philippines, or things like that. But guess what? There is a crackdown coming on the B1. Actually, there was a letter from Senator Grassley, basically talking about a situation where one person complained that the company is using B1 wrongly to take advantage of the system. And guess what? When they are doing that, then it hurts everybody, because people who are genuinely coming to the United States on a B1 to do business get branded as people who are trying to cheat the system. So if you're a company who is using B1, be very careful before you use it. Talk to an attorney who's experienced. If you want to talk to us about your case, you'll be glad to call us at the office on 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And our website is peerallylaw.com, Peerally law.com, and the blog is Immigration Legal Blog, one word, immigrationlegalblog.com. So that's one thing that we have seen also. We have one caller. Let me take the caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a little question regarding the citizenship.
Yes, go ahead.
Once you apply and it is rejected, after how many years can I reapply?
Well, there's no years, depending why it was rejected. This is a very interesting question. If it was rejected because of fraud, or you don't have the time, you didn't meet the requirements, then you cannot reapply right away. However, if it is rejected just because you did meet certain criteria, and
now I can give you an example. If you overstay out of USA for more than the period required,
yeah, then you broke the continuity. Let me tell you a trick. For one, technically, yes, if that's true, then you have to wait 4 years after that continuity, and 4 years of continuance. You have to continue staying 4 years more than you file. However, there's a trick, because sometimes they make mistake. They keep telling you broke it, but you didn't really break it. There are exceptions to that rule. So before you give up, I will advise you to talk to an attorney, or you can give us a call at the office. Let me analyze if they might have made a mistake on this, because they do that oftentimes. For example, if you stayed outside without the intention of breaking the continuity because of an exception, like you were sick or you had some other problems, you might be able to get away with that 4 years, and you can file right away. So you might want to talk to a lawyer before you just give up and wait another 4 years. Okay?
Yeah, so what's your office number?
My office number is 510-742-5887.
5887.
And just to let you know, we have a great team there. We have almost 10 people. I'll just say a shout out for them. Ali, Ketki, Hassan, Sony, Monica, Anu, they're all there. They will take your call right now. Okay?
Right, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Now, talking about employers, that's our topic today, employers and immigration. There is another thing that is happening, another trend. Unfortunately, I don't have the psychic capacity to tell you what's going to be the future, but looking at the trends, I can tell you that they are getting more and more into enforcement. And the problem with enforcement is suddenly when they start enforcing the rules, anybody who is there, for example, if there's a raid on any kind of company, guess what? everybody can really suffer from that. For example, you have someone living in your house or in that company who is undocumented. That person can be arrested and things like that. So you need to be very, very, very careful whenever you are a company and you're dealing with immigrants, to be compliant with all the rules. Another thing that happened also, which is kind of a sad news, but at the same time understand where the Supreme Court was coming, is a case that was issued by the U.S. Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court is probably the highest authority at one point, and not at one point, it is kind of the highest supreme authority. So they decided that states have a right in an Arizona situation, that the state has a right to enforce immigration law for employers who are employing undocumented workers. The problem with this law is we always argued as immigration practitioners, or pretty much all the professors of law have argued, that immigration is a federal matter, not a state matter. I think we have another caller. Well, let me continue and then we'll take the caller in 1 minute. So what happened, because of this law now, there might be a trend that other states are going to follow and start enforcing immigration law. Think about it. If California start enforcing some immigration laws, there are so many people undocumented in California, it can be a big problem. Let me take the caller side.
Hello.
Hello, this is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Yes, hi. Thank you for the show.
Oh, you're
my name
welcome.
is Ronnie. Question for you
Yes.
is this. My brother, he got married. He's an LPR, and he got married this February.
Yes.
And now he hasn't filed for my sister-in-law yet,
Yes.
the I-130. We have a family emergency where my mom is actually undergoing an open heart surgery, in the next 2-3 weeks.
Yes.
I wasn't sure whether we can sponsor my sister-in-law, who happens to be a nurse in India, just for visitor purposes.
Well, yes, you cannot sponsor for a visitor. She can apply for one, and you can be the affidavit of support, but she has to tell the truth. Very, very important.
Right.
A very interesting question. It's very tricky. Actually, we have an article on our website, guidance for people traveling inside United States, on peerallylaw.com. It covers that topic. But this is how it works. She can apply for a visitor visa based on that and say that she's coming, but she cannot lie she's married to your brother. Two things might happen. They might grant it to her, knowing that basically, hey, whatever happens, she will not get a green card when she's inside the United States because she has to wait for a long time. Or they can deny her because they say she's married to a U.S. citizen. So this is how, to increase your chance.
She's not married to a U.S. citizen.
I'm sorry, to a green
LPR.
card holder. I apologize for that. So what I'm saying is, this is how you do it. Don't file the I-130 right now.
Right.
Let her go and apply for her visitor visa. Tell the truth about it. Show the paper of your mother in the hospital or things like that, any doctor's paper, and show that she needs to visit your mother because she's family now. She's married to your brother. And
Okay.
don't apply for the I-130 until she gets the visa and she comes to the United States. And I will recommend that you apply for it after she leaves, or do the processing outside. But once she gets in the United States, you can give me a call and we can see what are the options for her. She might be eligible for H1Bs or things like that also. Okay.
Well, the question is, should she be applying for a visitor visa or a multiple visitor?
You don't apply for multiple anything. You just apply for the visitor visa, and they decide if they want to give it to you multiple entry or single entry. And
Okay,
if you,
and the letter, does it go from my mom's side, or does my brother send a letter?
it doesn't matter. You just have to show. Okay, the visitor visa is not like applying for a green card. There's no steps really. The only thing that they might ask is the form I-134, which is the affidavit of support kind of. It's not really the affidavit of support, but it's the support letter. But the truth is, she doesn't even need that. If she has the means to support herself, she can explain that. It's pretty much discretionary. So if they feel, the rule is very simple. If they feel she's going to return back, they will give it to her. If they feel she's not going to return back, she's just playing the system, they won't give it to her. And there's no lawyer out there who can really guarantee you a win. I really don't even take those cases because it will be cheating people. I'll just take their money and I cannot really tell you if it will work or not. It's just sometimes luck. Okay.
Well, I understand. Thank you. But it's just that we don't want her to have a rejection stamp on a passport. I mean, my mother could use her help because of the language barrier and everything.
Okay. No, it doesn't matter even she get it. By the way, even she get a rejection stamp, it's not going to affect her green card. That's one rule, okay?
Correct.
So you don't have to worry. If I were you, if she really need your mother is genuine, go ahead and write a good letter, prepare it and explain. If you need help, you can give me a call. We honestly don't really do visitor visas, but I can just guide you what you need to do, okay?
And what sort of letter should we be asking the doctor to write? Or
just the truth. Just, hey, that person is sick, and then you can give the other explanation. You don't need the doctor to give an explanation, oh, she needs her daughter-in-law with her, because that would be kind of self-serving. Just tell the truth. Like you're saying that you will need, it will be good to have her by her side because she's family and she wants to take care of her mother-in-law. It's our culture and things like that. Okay?
Right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. If you need help, give me a call.
One last question. Sorry. Do you see anytime soon the family visas like coming up because the retrogression?
No, it went up in October, by the way. It took only 6 months, but then it went back 2 years. When is your brother going to be a citizen?
In 3 years.
In 3 years. What I will advise you, give me a call at the office. Let's look at other options for your sister-in-law. She might be, unfortunately, nurses don't really get H1B very easily, but she might be qualified under a different position. And if you get a job for her, H1B will allow her to come while her green card is in process, because H1B is a dual intent visa. It allows you to have the intention of getting a green card plus also keep that visa. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Good luck to you. And the number to my office is 510-742-5887. I encourage everybody to call the office. We have a great team. They are waiting for you. If you have any questions, private questions or a consultation, or you want your case to be done by us. Okay? So we have another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How can I help you, sir?
I got a question. I applied for my wife. I'm a green card holder in U.S. and my wife is on H1B visa.
Yes.
And applied for the immigration.
Yes.
On behalf of me.
Yes.
So I got the approval, and recently I got a letter that states that affidavit of support and the fee for $88.
Okay. Hold on a second. She's in the United States right now?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You need to check the visa bulletin. Don't do that one. What you need to do, you just need to do, if the date is current, do the adjustment of status. She doesn't have to leave the country. She can get the green card right here. And if you're confused with that, you can give me a call at the office, because I have to look at the paperwork to tell you the priority date on this. So
priority date is to 2007 right now, but I applied in 2010.
Okay. Then you should not, technically, the $88 is a fingerprint fees, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I will recommend that you don't go for the consular processing on this. You go for the adjustment of status. I don't have enough facts to tell you what is the best. You can go ahead and pay for it also. We can always cancel it down the road just to be on the safe side, and then go back to adjustment of status. Okay?
And it says that the letter itself says that if there is no possibility of the priority date to be current in coming 9 months, then the NVC don't send this letter. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Don't send it. But the reason I was telling you to send it is just to make it safe, because what happens if she wants to leave the country? But you can always revive it. What I will advise is not to send it, especially she has an H1B, which is good as long as you maintain status. And H1B is a dual intent visa. When are you going to be a citizen, by the way? Are you going to be a citizen?
It's been like a year and a half, in 2012 January.
Okay. So what I will advise you, don't send it. And if you are confused a little bit about it, I don't mind, you give me a call to the office and we can look at it and give you a precise answer, which is the best for you. But at this point, it's no use to send it if you're planning to keep her here and you're going to do adjustment of status for her. Okay?
Sure. Can I have your number, please?
Yeah, the number is 510-742-5887.
All right.
And then you can call right now. We have a great team right now waiting, and they will be getting an appointment for you. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Shah, so much.
You're welcome. Yes, I was talking about employers, and as you know, this is getting really tough. On immigration is getting tougher and tougher. First started with H1B, then it became F1. You have seen with the Tri-Valley situation, they really cracked down on the F1 students and didn't even give them a chance on things that they were not even. For me personally, they were not guilty of anything. They made mistakes, yes, but they should not have been punished that bad. I'm sorry. I get always emotional when it comes to Tri-Valley because I really put a lot of hours into it and a lot of time because I felt for all the students. Now, the truth, to update people on Tri-Valley, certain people are getting their reinstatement. I've heard one of them. I didn't get yet in the office, but I heard of one of them. I'm not sure if it is true or not. Many of our clients were able to travel back and come back on a new F1 visas, and some other people were also able to do go travel and come back on their H4 visas. Unfortunately, we have heard also of some people getting prosecuted in criminal court. So be very careful. If you're a Tri-Valley student or a student, it's good to talk to a lawyer before you file anything. Okay, now I'll tell you some good news also. I told you that it's not bad news, but all the enforcement that is happening. One good news is immigration is encouraging people to become U.S. citizen. Wow, that's great because amazingly now they are feeling that there is they want people to become U.S. citizen. According to some of their statistics, there are 12.9 million permanent residents in the United States. An estimated 12.9 million, and they say out of which 7.9 million are eligible for citizenship. So if you are eligible for citizenship, go ahead, take your citizenship. I encourage you to do that. There are many reasons for that. I understand also there are issues, especially for India. You cannot keep dual citizenship, but you can also keep OCI. So think about it. Citizenship will give you a lot of goodies, basically allow you to vote, which is very, very important. We need to empower our community. We need to stand up against all the attacks kind of that is coming from different angles. And I'm very, very proud to see that Indians, people of Southeast Asian community getting into politics, getting involved, because that's the way America works. You empower yourself, you get into politics, that's how you can make your voice heard. So voting is very important. Go ahead and basically become a US citizen. You get all our blessings. If you have any kind of issues like criminal issues, I will highly advise you hire an attorney to do your case. Or if you have issues of overstaying outside, before you file, make sure that you talk to an attorney to analyze your case. And we have done many complicated citizenship cases. You can call us at the office on 510-742-5887. All the news that I'm telling you right now are all here on our blog on immigrationlegalblog.com, immigrationlegalblog.com, and you will be able to get latest. Basically, it's I write my opinions on those blogs, what I feel about the case and what should be done, what should not be done. And today, one of the articles also is about VAWA, but I'll talk about this in a few minutes. Another thing that I'm very proud is I wanted to congratulate Kate on this one. What happened is that in 2007, our law firm was retained to do a labor certification. It was from someone from the Philippines, and I personally work on that labor certification. The labor certification was subject to an audit, and guess what? We did everything perfect, and when we answered the audit, they denied the case, stating that we missed an internal posting, which is one of the requirement of the perm labor certification, and we didn't miss it. So I went ahead, I filed an affidavit, and I thought that case was lost. After 2 years, more than 2 years, I'll say, after now it's been 2 years, this January they sent us an approval on the labor certification. They reversed the denial, and I was very proud of that. Now the next step was the I-140. Now we had another problem. Because there was an issue of ability to pay. I'm talking technical here. For those who understand the labor certification, you have to show that you are able to pay that person from the date the labor certification was filed. And we knew that was a big issue. So the client, even he was an EB2 and his date was current, he said, let's go ahead, file the I-140 and make sure that I get it approved before I file the adjustment of status. Guess what? We put all our hard work into it, and especially Kate K. I want to thank her, and it's a shout out for her. She's a new attorney in our office. She's doing an excellent job. she went very, very hard on this with the help of Hassan and me, and we got an approval on the I-140 last week. I'm very, very proud of this, and now we're going to go ahead and file the I-45. This person has been hanging in United States for so many years. Now hopefully his green card is going to be coming soon. So that's at least one good stories. We got few good stories like that also on labor certification. Another of my client I mentioned last time, who has been waiting for years, where he filed it to his wife and then he filed it to himself, and we crossed the priority date. We took the priority date on the previous I-140. We took the priority date, yes, on the previous I-140. We crossed it, and we went ahead and they adjust. No, we didn't cross the priority date, because it was one was for his wife and one was for him. What we did, we crossed the I-45. There was an I-45 which was filed, which kind of kept them into a status, in not really in status, but kept them legal in United States, including a work permit. We crossed that I-45, and the client, I'm very, very proud to say, he got his green card last week. These are the kind of things that requires a lot of knowledge. If you really don't know about that, I think we have one caller. Let me take the caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Yes, hello. I wanted to know, like, if I have a green card, how many months can I stay outside the United States and still not have any problems with citizenship?
Very good question. Okay. Citizenship is a different story. Protecting your green card, if you stay more than 6 months outside, there's a presumption you have abandoned the green card. So you need to show that why you stayed more than 6 months. And once you pass that 6
every year or altogether?
In one shot, continuous. Okay, it has to be in continuous. That means from January to June or something like that. You still protect the green card. However, on the citizenship side, as soon as you cross 6 months, unless you have some very, very good reason, or you are working for a company, American company, or the military, or things like that, you will break continuance. And then what you need to do, break the continuity. And then what you need to do, you'll have to wait another 4 years to file for the citizenship. And if you want to protect the green card, it's a different story. Protecting the ability to get citizenship is a different story. It's different section of the law. So first you want to protect the green card, because you don't want to lose that. If you want to stay more than 6 months in one shot, I will advise you to get what we call a re-entry permit, which allows you to go for 2 years without losing the green card. However, when you come back, you have to start over, and you have to wait 4 years before you file for your citizenship. If you want to...
Actually, my question would be, like, can I stay in India for maybe a month and a half or two every year, and would that be a problem?
No problem. You'll be fine. Unless you commit some crimes, no problem. Go ahead and do that. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Okay, so now, yes, I was talking about... I think we have another caller. No. Okay. So I'm going to take we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back after these messages. So I will just go ahead and when we come back, we're still going to take calls. You can have immigration issues, questions, but we're going to talk about another topic, which is debt settlement, something which is very interesting. People are asking us thousands of questions on that, and the website for the debt settlement is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, one word, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. I will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਸੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਕਾਰਡ ਕੰਪਨੀ